Will the castor oil break up a bone? No, it will not. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God gave herbs for the service of man. Basically, the castor oil just works with the needs of the body. It goes where it needs to, and a bone spur is an unnatural formation. It's a calcium deposit that's built up on the body, so the castor oil can break that down.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and today I want to talk about something that has gained a lot of attention, especially for those of us over 50, castor oil. You may have heard about its benefits, but do you know what can happen after just 7 days of using it? As we age, our skin, joints and digestion can all experience changes, and castor oil has been shown to help with these issues. In fact, studies suggest that regular use of castor oil can improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and even support better digestion. In this lecture, we'll explore what happens when you start using castor oil, how it works, and how you can incorporate it into your routine to experience these benefits within a week. So let's start with a testimony.
So I'm finally done with my 7-day castor oil challenge, and I am so impressed with the results. My eyelashes grew so fast in a matter of a week.
Stay tuned to find out how this simple oil can make a big difference in your health.
The next thing I'm going to look at is the Castor Oil Compress. And the Castor Oil Compress can be applied to different parts of the body for different reasons. Castor oil is an oil that penetrates deeper than any other oil, and wherever castor oil penetrates, it breaks up lumps, bumps, congestions, adhesions. So let me show you how it's made. So you need to have several thicknesses. See, I've got quite a few thicknesses there. And you have a plastic backing. This is what I do. And then you pour the castor oil on. Now, castor oil is very, very thick, as you will see. So I put it on, and the reason I'm putting it on early in our lecture is because that's going to take a little while to soak in. So I cannot hold that up for you. But you might see that it's just sitting on top. And notice that I've just covered about 1/3 of the area. So we're going to let that just sit because it will soak in. By the time we'll have a little bit of a break halfway through our demo this morning, you can come and see. So if you were to put that on right now, the oil will just splat everywhere. So you need to do it about half an hour before you're going to apply it and allow it little by little to soak in. Where would you apply the castor oil? It will break up a bone spur. That's probably the hardest thing it can break up. If the bone spur's been there 3 years, it might take 3 months of application to break up the spur. If the bone spur's been there 3 months, it may take 3 weeks of application to break it up. So it all depends how long it has been there. So just keep applying it little by little. Will the castor oil break up a bone? No, it will not. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God gave herbs for the service of man. Basically, the castor oil just works with the needs of the body. It goes where it needs to, and a bone spur is an unnatural formation. It's a calcium deposit that's built up on the body, so the castor oil can break that down.
In addition to breaking down calcium deposits like bone spurs, castor oil has many other benefits when applied as a compress. It can help reduce inflammation, improve lymphatic circulation, and relieve pain. The reason castor oil is so effective is due to its unique composition, primarily ricinoleic acid, which is known for its anti-inflammatory and healing properties. For example, castor oil compresses are often used for liver detoxification. To do this, the compress is applied directly over the liver area located on the right side of the body, just under the ribs for about 30 to 60 minutes. The oil can help promote the liver's natural detoxification process and stimulate bile flow, which is essential for digestion. This is particularly beneficial for people who suffer from digestive issues, sluggish liver function, or general toxicity buildup. Another common use is for relieving joint pain, especially for conditions like arthritis. Castor oil penetrates deeply into the skin, helping to reduce inflammation in the affected joints. Regular application over a period of weeks can help improve joint flexibility and reduce pain, making it easier to move around. Castor oil can also be applied to the abdomen to help with digestive problems such as constipation. The oil can stimulate bowel movements and relieve discomfort. This method involves applying the compress to the lower abdomen and letting it sit for 30 to 60 minutes, which can provide relief from bloating and constipation. For women, castor oil compresses are sometimes used for menstrual pain. The oil is applied to the lower abdomen, which helps relax the muscles and reduce cramping. Some women also use castor oil compresses to help with ovarian cysts or fibroids, as the oil's ability to break down tissue can potentially reduce these growths over time. Additionally, castor oil can help improve skin health. Applied directly to the skin, it can moisturize deeply, reduce acne, and even help diminish the appearance of scars and stretch marks. Its antibacterial and antifungal properties also make it useful for minor skin infections and conditions like athlete's foot. When using castor oil compresses, it's essential to cover the treated area with plastic wrap or a cloth to prevent the oil from staining clothing or furniture. After the treatment, the area should be cleaned thoroughly with soap and water.
Also, it can be used for cataracts. 1 drop of castor oil in the eye. Now, guests have told me very difficult to do that. And so here's an easy way to do it. You just put castor oil on your finger and you just wipe it over your eye and your eyelashes, and you blink, and it will penetrate through the eyelid, and it'll also come a little bit in through the lashes. A lady got back to me. She said she'd been doing it for 6 months, and she went back to the doctor, and she said the doctor couldn't believe it. My cataracts are actually reducing. That's with the castor oil. Now, if it's not going to do it, you've lost nothing. It's very, very safe. So you can use it for cataracts. You can use it for bone spurs. You can also apply it to the abdomen for constipation. It'll penetrate very, very deep and break up congestion there. I met a lady who cured her irritable bowel with castor oil compresses. So this is probably not a big enough compress. I won't hold it up because it's still going everywhere. It will go everywhere. That's probably not a big enough compress for me. That'd be a nice size for Jeremy. So for a chest, and you can apply it to the chest, and it'll break up congestion in the chest. So for the chest, you probably want an area about that big to apply to the chest. For the abdomen, an area maybe about that big. So when you apply it to the abdomen, it's hip to hip, belly bone to pubic bone. That's about the area. And then you always cover it with plastic. What plastic does is it keeps it from spoiling your clothes. Also keeps it warm and prevents chilling. I was asked, what did they do in the old days before plastic? Well, in one old book said they used oiled silk. And another older book said they just used woolen squares, so you can use either. And as you'll notice with this, I won't hold it up, but you'll notice in other ones that I do that you make the plastic a little bit bigger than the polyps. I wanted to set that up so that by the break you can see what that does.
Did you say how long you leave it on?
How long would you leave it on for? At least 5 hours a day. Some people wear it overnight. Some people would prefer to just put it in their clothes and wear it through the day. I told the story of the lady last night, the doctor from South Australia, whose lump in her breast had reduced 1 centimetre in 1 month using castor oil. And what is very handy is to get a little panty liner. It's very, very absorbent, and it's got plastic backing. Put the castor oil on that, and again you apply it, and you just leave it there. You just leave it there for half an hour, and just slowly let it soak in. And then a woman just puts it in her bra. Now, because it's not drawing anything out of you, it's just a vehicle. It's just a vehicle to hold the oil so that it can go into you. So about every 24 hours, maybe 36 hours, you might put a little bit more castor oil on. You'll get to know when it's starting to feel a little bit dry. If you put too much on, you're going to get castor oil dripping everywhere, and that is no fun at all. So you'll get to know it. Necessity is the mother of every invention.
Castor oil is known for its versatile properties and can be used in many ways beyond what has already been mentioned. One of its most popular uses is as a natural remedy for skin issues. It contains ricinoleic acid, which has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. This makes castor oil useful for treating conditions like acne, eczema, and other skin irritations. Applying a small amount of castor oil to affected areas can help reduce inflammation and redness. However, it's essential to test for sensitivity, as some individuals may have allergic reactions to it. In addition to its external uses, castor oil has a long history of being used as a laxative. When taken orally in small quantities, it stimulates the bowels and can relieve constipation. It's important to note that castor oil is a strong laxative and should be used sparingly for this purpose. Overuse can lead to dehydration and imbalance in electrolytes, so always follow recommended doses. It's also not recommended for long-term use as a laxative because it can weaken bowel muscles over time. Additionally, some people use castor oil for joint and muscle pain. When massaged into sore areas, it can help reduce discomfort due to its anti-inflammatory properties. Many combine castor oil with a heating pad to allow it to penetrate deeper into the skin and tissues, providing more relief. For women, castor oil packs have been traditionally used to improve reproductive health. By applying castor oil packs to the lower abdomen, it is believed to improve blood circulation and help with conditions like fibroids, ovarian cysts, and painful menstruation. However, it's recommended to avoid using castor oil packs during menstruation or pregnancy unless advised by a healthcare professional.
A friend of mine sent me a story where her father had 3 types of cancer in his body, and he used castor oil on his body. He also did celery juicing, he rubbed in frankincense, he listened to nice music, and he watched comedy. And he recovered from 3 types of cancer, and castor oil was a big factor in his recovery. The last thing, eye floaters, which I mentioned a bit earlier, just doing that and putting it on my eyes, the eye floaters have reduced about 50% as well.
Castor oil is also used for hair and scalp health. Many people apply it directly to their scalp to help with hair growth, reduce dandruff, and improve overall hair texture. But the question is how to use it for hair loss or improve scalp health.
What about if someone's got very dry scalp, dandruff, or sometimes psoriasis in the scalp? The slippery elm can be excellent for cleaning that up and nourishing it. So what you would do then is you'd do a similar amount of this, but this time you'd put the rosemary essential oil in, because the rosemary essential oil is very nourishing to the scalp. So let's say dry scalp, eczema. Some people do experience eczema in the scalp. Then you would do the slippery elm and the rosemary. What about hair loss? So for hair loss, an excellent mixture for hair loss would be probably 1/4 cup of coconut oil and 1/4 cup of the castor oil. And then rosemary. So with the rosemary essential oil, you're probably looking about 6 drops. And what the person does is they massage that into their scalp, tie it up in a knot, and try and leave that all day. Someone said, can I sleep with it? Well, if you want, you can sleep with it.
Castor oil has been used for years as a natural remedy for hair care, and it works in a few different ways. When you apply it to your scalp, it can boost blood circulation, which means more nutrients get to your hair follicles. This can help your hair grow stronger and healthier. Castor oil also contains omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids, which are great for nourishing and strengthening the hair, making it less likely to break. What makes castor oil really helpful for hair is its ability to lock in moisture. It acts like a seal that keeps your hair from drying out, which is especially important if you deal with brittle or damaged hair. When used regularly, castor oil can make your hair feel softer, shinier, and more hydrated. It's also good for your scalp. Castor oil has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, which means it can help prevent scalp issues like infections or dandruff. A healthy scalp is crucial for good hair growth, and using castor oil can create an environment where your hair can thrive.
I've known ladies to break up fibroids by applying the castor oil compress. This would be a good size for the abdomen. So for endometriosis, it'll break up endometrial pockets, it'll break up cysts, it'll break up fibroids. And as you heard today, it's also important to balance the hormones. So balance the hormones, because that's that high estrogen that causes those growths, and then apply the castor oil compress. And we've seen ladies helped again and again with that. You can also use a castor oil compress on the chest if there's a congestion in the chest. You could wear it on the abdomen, not only for fibroids, but also for constipation. I met a lady who told me she'd conquered her irritable bowel with castor oil compresses. She said, my husband's a doctor and I was not interested in what he had to offer. And I'd heard about the castor oil. So castor oil can be used in so many areas. If someone's got a sore knee, they might do a ginger poultice one night, they might do a potato poultice the other night, and then another night they might use the castor oil, and just observe what your body likes.
Castor oil is known for its anti-inflammatory and healing properties, making it a natural remedy for issues like sore knees, swelling, inflammation, and pain. One of the key components in castor oil is ricinoleic acid, which has strong anti-inflammatory effects. When applied to a sore knee, this compound can help reduce swelling and ease discomfort by penetrating deep into the tissues. The oil works by increasing circulation to the affected area, which helps bring more oxygen and nutrients to the tissues, speeding up the healing process. Its ability to reduce inflammation is another reason why castor oil is useful for joint pain. By reducing the inflammatory response in the knee, it can relieve stiffness and pain associated with conditions like arthritis or injury. It also has analgesic, pain-relieving properties, which can provide further relief from the pain that comes with inflammation. To use castor oil for knee pain or swelling, it's common to apply a small amount directly to the sore area and gently massage it in. This helps the oil absorb into the skin and get to the underlying tissues where it can work its magic. Some people also prefer to use a castor oil pack, which involves soaking a cloth in warm castor oil, placing it on the knee, and covering it with a towel or plastic wrap. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from using castor oil. Don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and natural remedies. And as always, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.